Welcome back to the channel, everyone. This is just a little refresher on Chille Decastro. He has his appellate hearing on July the 10th, so I thought it might be kind of me to remind everybody a little bit about Chille, and most of us know, but we always try to have a little fun with him when we get a chance. So just touch on a few things in Chille's past to kind of solidify that he's nothing but a grifter, con man, horseshoe salesman, whatever, whatever sticks. That's what Chille's all about. So, anyway, hope you enjoy it. Nice little homemade video on the end to top things off. Hit the like, subscribe, all that good stuff if you enjoy what I'm doing, and sit back and enjoy.
Trying to get to where I wanna be. Watch me ride this frequency. Hey, hey, trying to get to where I wanna go. Watch me catch this flow. Hey, trying to get to where I wanna be. Watch me ride this frequency.
My name is Chille Decastro. I moved to Hollywood, California in 1999. I learned the 5 big acting techniques, starting with Stanislavski, then Sanford Meisner, Uta Hagen, Lee Strasberg, and Stella Adler.
Did you know that in 2001, Jose Maria Chille Decastro was cast in the coveted role of the Black Power Ranger on Power Rangers Wild Force? Unfortunately, it didn't last long, as he was fired for coming to the rescue of a female cast member whom Chille felt was being abused by one of the producers. The only problem was that the female cast member didn't feel the same at all, and took to social media to emphatically say so. So Chille blew his big Hollywood break because he stuck his nose in where it didn't belong. Instead of learning from this, Chille ran with it and decided sticking his nose in places where it doesn't belong would eventually be a winning strategy. It was not. Too bad. Today he could be making a comfortable living at conventions, having his picture taken by adoring fans instead of the police, and selling autographed pictures instead of his stupid-ass trifold. Dickbag Patrol, in color.
If your friend is directing you from behind your smartphone, then the chances of you becoming a better actor or a theatrical actor are between slim and none.
And action.
This is a clear code violation. I mean, I just think you need to read up on the code, because you clearly don't seem to understand. How many cases have you voted on? Huh? I'm a juror of the code. I just understand how these things go, and you're just there, sitting, watching, and not doing anything.
Good. From the top, Wade. From the top, it's your first one, so just take your time. I want you to slow down half speed.
Sure.
And action.
Shoot, sorry.
It's okay, listen. So remember, you're a heartthrob, dude.
Yeah.
So the more you stand there and take your time and own that stage, the more they're gonna love you. If you rush through your lines and you're nervous, they won't love you as much.
100%.
Go
That's true.
slow. They can wait. Action.
This is Wade Posen. He's an influencer and he's getting some acting work. The deal I made with Wade is that if he's willing to memorize his lines, within 30 minutes to an hour, I will make him a better actor. I've muted it because I'm not trying to embarrass Wade. The guy's a total stud and the girls love him. I want Wade. Remember, I'm trying to shoot a TV show here. I'm not competing with Wade. We're on the same team and we need to win. What I'm doing right now is trying to pinpoint what Wade is doing with his words. Every time you're on camera, you're doing something. I couldn't ask you to be afraid. It's not possible for you to exhibit fear. You have to be doing something. You could be trembling or shaking or even hyperventilating. The easiest one, you could be big-eyed listening. And if you can just picture that in your head, regardless, he wants to be dominating, big brothering, or jury leading. It's always an ing. You always have to be doing something. Take the word hello and put flirting behind it, put intimidating behind it, or put lavishing behind it. Put a verb behind it that's challenging for you to accomplish, and then practice it. What I'm gonna do is take away the character that Wade has chosen to be, and then let his natural talent roar back to who he wants to be.
Okay. So Wade, shake your shoulders out.
Yeah.
Shake your shoulders out. Now here's what I want you to do. I want you to say it like you're a baby. Talk like a baby. Trust me. I know I'm doing. So when you say that line, This is co-violation. I think that you need to learn about co-violation. Try it.
This is a code violation, and I think you need to read up on the code.
That's right, now do it regular. Go.
This is a code violation, and I think you need to read up on the code, because you clearly don't understand much about it. I'm a juror of the code of court, and you're sitting there, just watching and not doing anything. So do yourself a favor, and go read up on the code.
Bro. Huh? You know why it works? Because you leave behind your masculinity and turn into this moron, and then all of a sudden you want your masculinity back.
Yeah, don't you just love how he's an authority on everything? You know, he's an acting teacher because he is a certified acting, because he moved to LA in 1999 or whatever, and he got a bit part for a Power Ranger or something. he's an expert, kind of like Amagansett Press. He's a professional expert on whatever the topic is, you know, and he dedicated his whole life to that. Chille's dedicated his whole life to finding a grift that works. It is so silly, just so silly, the nonsense. That's what makes this all fun, you know. And all along, there's criminal charges, restraining orders, his entire life, and yet he claims, and he's said it under oath, I don't have a criminal record. It's right there. This is all public information. Jose Maria Decastro. I'm sorry. It's sickening. It is, but it's to the point. It's gotten to the point where it's just laughable. I mean, that's really all you can do is laugh at it. You know, Patrick Darcy, Dickbag Patrol, myself, Prodder Troll, everybody. Everybody that's a content creator out there in our genre is debunked just about every dishonest and incorrect thing he's ever said or done. You know, this is just a little reminder for the July 10th hearing coming up. Give us a little bit of something to think about. All right, back to it.
And that's what just happened. It was fucking gold. All right. Move on to the next line.
Talk to that, Chille.
My name is Chille Decastro. I moved to Hollywood, California in 1999. I learned the 5 big acting techniques, starting with Stanislavski, then Sanford Meisner, Uta Hagen, Lee Strasberg, and Stella Adler.
Hello, I am Taylor with ID8 TV. I am here with the super necessary human, and he's going to tell you all about what he does.
So I'm at the Fitness Expo today because I've got about 100 sponsors, but I'm collecting more sponsors. What I do when a sponsor gives me product or services or their meal prep or whatever they want to donate, you can write that off on your taxes. And what we then do is we take your product and we raffle it off. And more money we make, we take the money from the raffle and we pay people's bills who can't pay their bills because of diabetes. The first raffle is in about a month from San Francisco's diabetic pediatric hospital called Madison's. So we'll be there in the month of March doing a raffle for our sponsors. And every day when we do raffles, we actually call the sponsor on Instagram Live and on Facebook Live, and we have them sell their product to the people buying raffle tickets. So 100% of the money goes to pay people's bills who can't cover their bills because of diabetes.
That is absolutely incredible, and it is so special to me because my sister has diabetes and so many people struggle with it and they don't have a cure. So this means the absolute world to me and so many other people. How can me and all the viewers keep up with you?
So first let me say that my father died of diabetes and my grandfather died of diabetes and my great-grandfather died of diabetes. You can reach me at supernecessaryhuman on Instagram, or you can email me same way. Just send me a DM on Instagram and I'll get right back to you. And if you want to be a part of it, at the end of the day, the more people, the better.
I love that. Now, can you tell us about the costume?
Okay, so I put 20 grand in the costume and I hired a Hollywood costume maker. So it's a DNA strand because diabetes comes in your DNA.
I You really think he paid 20 grand? Looks like styrofoam cutouts with spray paint. And do you really think his father, grandfather, and great grandfather all died of diabetes? This is a grifter, man. This guy's a scammer. Is basically what it is. He's a fraud. I bet you I can debunk that. I bet you I can find some obituaries. I bet you I can look that up. I may just do that one afternoon when I'm, doing nothing but picking my nose and go look and see what his dad died of. I bet you I can find it. What a scammer. 20 grand for this outfit. Really? Poor girl. Look where that creep has his hand around her back and he's got his fingers dug into the side of her rib cage. He's got a grip on her. What a creep. Oh, boo. I don't know. She looks like she's enjoying it, though.
And what a lot of women and men don't know is that if you're pregnant and you have a high sugar diet, you're going to have a kid who is insulin resistant at birth. We find that diabetes comes from in the womb and then goes outward. So if you're pregnant,
you know that the baby goes outward
sugar,
from the womb?
What Super Necessary Human does is teaches people intermittent fasting and ketosis, because we're finding now that fats are so much better for you than carbohydrates and even protein to a degree. But you want to base your diet on fat and then protein and greens and probiotics and prebiotics.
Thank you so much for being someone trying to make a change in the world. I super appreciate that. Is there anything else you want to say about all of this?
I'm so grateful for this interview, and I'm grateful to meet you. And
oh my God, she's just slobbering over him. Look at this muscular, handsome man. He's such a hero. What a savior he is. My sister has diabetes. You're such a good person, Chille. Look at the guy over Chille's right shoulder. He's got him pegged. Oh my God, I needed a good laugh. Oh, this is golden. Oh, I got more. I put together a pretty good clip here in a minute. This is going to be fun.
And thank you for taking a look at my Instagram page or even considering working with me and my company. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you, and I'm Taylor with ID8 TV.
Great.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Good thing they had a good acting coach, right? Careful with that $20,000 sledgehammer. Your investors are watching. This is such nonsense.
So we are live. How you guys doing? Good morning, everybody. Few things to cover today, and then I have some things I have to accomplish the rest of the day. Some very exciting news, some super exciting news. As you guys know, in February in Mesa, Arizona, I began to work on a technology to try to improve the world, to try to make the world a better place. And originally, I think I told you guys I had started with the cryptocurrency, and I had developed a token with a family member of mine. You guys, where are you from? Hit the number 1 button if you would, please. Hit the number 1 button. Let me know where you guys are watching from. Just hit your number 1 button. Let me make sure all the messages are on here real quick. All messages are visible. There we are. That's right, Cope Dog Tack. And so over time, Chuck, oh, what's up, Chuck? Chuck B's in the house. What's up, Chuck Bronson? Good to see you, brother. Thank you guys for coming. I appreciate everybody coming. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I'm not sure if you guys know or not, but I, of course, have not slept. Not a single wink. I worked through the night to finish the layout of transparency, and I was going to call it a Terry Auditor coin, TAC, and I think I'm going to change it. Ironton, Ohio. I'll see you guys in Ironton very, very soon. As you guys know, I'm running for governor of Ohio.
Okay, keep that in mind. He just said we'll be seeing you all there in Ironton, Ohio. Be out there. So he's running for governor. Keep that in mind. That's important here in a minute. So don't forget that he just made that statement, governor of Ohio. We all remember this mess. What a joke.
So I have to travel the state of Ohio and go help people. I will sleep when I am dead. I spend most of my time just trying to figure out a way to improve and change, how to improve the world, but how to change this system. This system, it's garbage, it's terrible, and we'll never be happy with this system. So let's get the house cleaning things out of the way, and then we will jump right into the conversation. So first of all, have you guys gone over to the Twitter page? Have you guys gone over to the Twitter page and joined Twitter? I will be opening up an Odyssey account over the next couple days. I did find somebody, by the way, to build this We Don't Stop. The final design we have is so cool. It is so cool. Jack Flash from Ohio. What's going on, Ohio? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Good to see everybody. So I have a list here, of course, of things that we have to go over. So the exciting part was I started this technology in February, and I began to build the Terry Auditor coin. And along the road, what happened within the cryptocurrency world, something very strange. Somebody gave me $20 as a donation through Bitcoin. And I have watched that $20 since they gave it to me in January. I've watched the $20 reduce in value, and now it started at $20 in January, and I think I'm at $15.50 or something like that. So it hasn't performed very well. And then the next thing is that there's a lot of fraudulent activity going on inside of the cryptocurrency tokens, individual tokens, not necessarily Bitcoin. I'm a big fan of Bitcoin, but I have lost on Bitcoin, of course, because unfortunately I sold at the oh, by the way, let's make that announcement too. CH and Ty audits should be getting out of jail today. Unfortunately, I can't be there today. However, the team that I'm a part of, we have already dedicated to helping Craig file a civil rights lawsuit. We've already committed. It's already good morning. As Shauna knows, we talked at 4 o'clock in the morning, and now it is 9:42 here in Ohio. So good morning, everybody. How is everybody? Good to see everybody. I feel.
Now wait a minute here. Now a minute ago you said you were going to Ohio. Now you just said it's 9:42 here in Ohio. Yeah, but the references you made before to the people coming into your chat that you'll be going to Ohio. Yeah, and I don't see, there's no cuts. I mean, I looked to see if there's any big cut. There don't appear to be any cuts in this. He's just doing what he does. Turn the camera on and go. Man, does this guy take a lot of breaths. He's so full of shit.
Shauna, you can just chime in here. How absolutely amazing is this layout of Transparency app? I mean, this is incredible. It is such a game changer, because remember, I had Terry Auditor coin completed, and the token was built by the coder, and then we had to kind of freeze on it because I'm not going to be a part of anything that could be considered fraudulent or anybody can be defrauded. If someone can hack into that coin and take the money out of there, then I don't want to be a part of it. And so that's why we didn't launch Terry Auditor coin. Instead, I put my time and my energy and my thoughts into how to create an app that would make it so that you would be able to be protected as an auditor, or we actually changed the name to activist in the transparency app, and the reason is because you are an activist if you're going out and you're filming certain areas and you're standing up for your rights. You are an activist. And so it's, I mean, like, I don't want to say anything. I don't want to say too much. So now let's.
He doesn't want to say too much because somebody might come take his idea. I don't think so. It's all right, Chille. It's a transparency app, isn't it? Be transparent, would you? I remember this whole app thing. Yeah, that went over big. They're all using that now, aren't they? What a joke. This is a long Chille video. This first part of it cracks me up. Well, a lot of it cracks me up. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but that part right there just proves a few points and, drives it on home that, he's just a grifter, just looking for anything that sticks. Just like in jail, he's making a board game and he's going to write a book when he gets out, and he's just looking for something to stick. That's it. Well, we know what he's slinging. He's just looking for a place for it to stick. All right, let's move on to something else.
And Shauna, you want to make sure when people come in and say things, and you know what I'm talking about, Shauna, you want to get a screenshot of that before you put them in timeout or send them packing from the page, because unlike Brian from High Impact Flicks, I just kick people right out. Brian from High Impact Flicks, I'm one of his moderators in his room, and he doesn't kick people out of the room. So make sure you get a screenshot of what they say. It's going to be very important moving forward, as you know, because we have moved into legal action. We are taking legal action, 100%. I told you, I warned you, I will sue you. Now, the ironic part about
he started walking up to several children, mostly female, between the ages of approximately 6 and 9.
They'll target you. Don't trust cops. They're bad people. The demons of our earth are called cops. They're called pigs. They're called pigs.
And was
Mr. Decastro, please do not interrupt the proceeding. The warning that I provided applies to you as well. Go ahead and say something.
Thank you, Your Honor. Still on this live video, it shows him walking up to these young children, stating that the police will rape them, to not trust the police, and never call the police.
Leave the kids alone. They're the ones who are going to be the targets. The kids are the targets. Cops target kids.
About this time, I started separating myself from him because I am an absolute free speech advocate, but I feel like parenting someone's children is unacceptable, but this behavior was even more so. Miss Peters did show up, which I had no problem with. I did not feel threatened by it. It's the internet, you know what I mean? She was not saying anything hateful or anything that put me in fear.
I've heard enough to make a decision in these matters. The legal standard has not been satisfied, sir, for either of your requests. As such, your request for orders against both Mr. Abrams and Ms. Peters is going to be denied.
What a joke.
Court went well today. Court went very well. We'll certainly give me credit for having a good outing today, but I got to give credit to the people I'm involved with.
Psychopaths are often pathological liars. Often they will fabricate blatant lies to give them the upper hand.
Mr. Abrams and Ms. Peters is going to be denied.
They act like a victim when immoral actions are caught.
Because now she can't say defamatory things. That's what that's what.
Mr. Abrams and Ms. Peters is going to be denied.
Psychopaths, however, often will blame others and hold on to the resentment, sometimes even acting vengefully instead of accepting it and moving on.
Request for orders against both Mr. Abrams and Ms. Peters is going to be denied.
All right, Mr. Decastro, please stand. The problem with the argument that your attorney makes is it completely fails to consider the safety of the officer and the safety of the driver. The officer doesn't know who you are, and the driver doesn't know who you are. And you don't have any right to interfere with that officer doing his investigation and deciding if he wants to issue a ticket to this driver. And you also don't have any business approaching the driver. The driver didn't ask you for help. The driver didn't say, help, help. You didn't see an altercation happening between the officer and this driver. The officer didn't protest that you were filming. There's no problem with filming. You can film, it's fine, all right? But you did interfere with his investigation. You did interfere with his ability to do his job. You did put him in a position where he is concerned for his safety and the safety of the driver. So I believe the state's met their burden beyond reasonable doubt. I'm going to find you guilty of obstructing a public officer and resisting a public officer. So I'd like to hear from the state and then your attorney prior to sentencing.
At issue.
So when you say he doesn't wish to engage in any wrongdoing, it seems to me from observing him in the video that he wants this. He wants to get arrested. He wants to get into an altercation with police officers. He welcomes this. This helps his YouTube channel. He called the officers here in my courtroom today pigs. He called and he's nodding his head up and down. So apparently he hates every law enforcement officer in the United States. All right, please stand up, sir. Are you finished with your request for credit for time served?
I would just emphasize, Your Honor, that the defendant testified and he sincerely believes that he is providing a public service when he reviews and films these incidents. I understand the court may have a different view of that, but when we're talking about First Amendment public policy issues such as supervising people involved in government, I think that is something the court can take into consideration, not to have a chilling effect on that. I'll spit on that, Your Honor.
Well, sorry, Mr. Me. I think your client has dug you a hole too deep to get him out of. Nice try, though. Chille's such a worm. Just, yeah. I mean, who acts like that? I mean, who does that? Deep-seated psychological problems has to be. Nobody acts a fool like that and then turns around and rubs the court's nose in it. What a total douche. All right. We're just about over here, and then we're going to get to watch a little clip I put together.
Mr. Decastro, please stand. I hereby sentence you to 90 days in the Clark County Detention Center on count 1, 90 days in the Clark County Detention Center on count 2, to run consecutive for a total of 180 days in custody. Thank you.
Sentence suspended or?
Oh no, I'm going to start right now.
Can you put you please? I'm back to shoulder check. This is a travesty of justice. Unbelievable. Do I know my place? You'll put me in jail for half a year, sir. How long have I been in the year? Just get it in the car. Yeah, it's in the church. Oh, can I give him my keys real fast? My keys are in there.
All right, well, there we have it. We have the trial that Chille will be having an appeal hearing on July the 10th. So this was all just a little refresher to remind us all of who Chille is. And it's such a lovely sight to see him, and it's been fun. I mean, it's been fun to hear his calls coming out of jail. The nonsense is, his reading of Anne Ryan and creating a board game, and how when he gets out, he's going to get elected governor or whatever, and he's going to change the style of imprisonment and police, everything. Yeah, I mean, this man's got an answer for every problem that exists. The problem is he's just a con man. I mean, it's plain and simple. He's a grifter. I don't know how many more ways it can be put out there to show that it's just always been one thing after another. But it's the one thing that has stuck is Terry versus Ohio. Now, that has been his mantra now for several years, and it has stuck. And people, I mean, goodness, he raised $50,000 on a GoFundMe. People are paying him for his defense for for his commissary for, you know, it's beyond me, you know. He hasn't taken advantage of any of the services that the prison system has to offer for him. He hasn't, I don't believe he sought out any kind of psychological help. But, all right, there we have it. I'm Brother Ram. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Sometimes I forget to say it. I know I'm supposed to. As an AdSense partner, you know, and all that stuff, and I forget about it. I mean, I do appreciate it, though, if you give the channel some support, because that's what keeps it going. I mean, there's, you know, make a comment, definitely share the video, subscribe, make a donation if you like. I don't make any money off of the advertising, I can promise you that. But I don't, you know, I'm not here to be a YouTube success. I enjoy the hell out of this, so I'm going to do it regardless. Anyway, there we go. Set up for July the 10th. Enjoy the video I put together. It's a 2-minute video. And I'm Brother Ram. Till the next time, I'll be gone.
I love the ones calling me a narcissist. Your narcissistic traits are showing. You're such a narcissist. I've already owned it. King narcissist. Put an N. Give me an N right here across my chest for king narcissist. You know, with the narcissist comment, I think I'm just gonna give up. Now that you called me a narcissist, oh man, you gotta get me out of here now. I quit.
I hope you burn in. I hope you burn in. I hope your kids get bone cancer. I think you're horrible. You're horrible people. You're just disgusting. There's no other way to see it. You know, you're bad people. You get bone cancer. I think you're scum. So I wish you the worst. That's all. That's all. I wish you the absolute worst. I hope you burn in. Family does. I have no respect for any of you. I don't care if I'm nasty or not. The gloves are off. I'm done.
Jesse, don't go! Jesse, no!
I'm sorry, Daisy, but I'm a loner, and a loner's gotta be alone.